Hello there, and thank you for joining me today. It's 2026, first episode of the new calendar year, and I tell you, it has taken me some time to get here. As you can see, my setting is completely different because I am so sick of the excuses, the reasons on why I can't record an episode. I'm trying to make these episodes for my future self. I think back to all the times I was able to have conversations and talk to people just like that. And when it's time to sit in front of a camera and do it, I become this overthinker to a fault. It's like there's always a reason why it won't work. For instance, right now, do you hear it? Do you hear the raindrops falling on the vehicle? You see, I'm in a car. You see, I'm in just regular clothes. I'm not, just a regular shirt, just tired of the excuses of why I can't come on here and do a simple episode. Because my episodes, this is the beginning journey. And whenever you're starting something new, there are going to be challenges, there are going to be excuses, there are going to be obstacles, there are going to be reasons why you want to stop or reasons why you want to keep pushing it back. For instance, just recently, the winter season has taken me for a loop. I've never felt seasonal depression before, but for some reason, this year, I can't quite put my finger on it. Why it was a little scattered. I was a little scattered. It could be the new things that I've been starting. It could be the fact that I've been go, 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 go all year trying to accomplish these goals. It could be just, the loss of friendships and relationships is different than the year before. So it's just, you never really, until you call out these emotions and these feelings, you're never going to identify why, or it's it's going to be difficult to understand the reason why you feel how you feel if you do not identify. So today, really, the episode was just about turning on the camera, showing up for self, and talking about how you can overthink something to a fault. And I like to give you tips on how to help with that. But as you see, I've been struggling myself. So if you have some tips on how to help a overthinker, I would be open to having the discussion, to learning more on how you're able to accomplish your goals in a timely manner to the point where you don't feel like you're procrastinating over and over again. I have my wired microphone because the issues I was having with my other microphones. I'm in the car right now because I know if I go inside, I might get tired or I might get distracted doing something else. I decided, let's just talk about how you can pay attention to detail without overthinking. So, the way that I'm able to grab control of something when I am struggling with the overthinking part and I'm thinking too far ahead is to try and organize. Now, I know this last few months there have been some personal things with my health. There have been, just I've been in my head too much this past few months. November and December have been a little scattered for me. And I believe because I am on this journey to identifying the emotions, how I feel, and my actions, and how they add up and play together, play into each other, I am understanding that, oh my gosh, I feel like it's a ramble session. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to come on here and I wanted to talk about how The difference between overthinking to a fault and being prepared by paying attention to detail. So, a lot of times when you are overthinking, what are you doing? Are you thinking in the now? And then all of a sudden you're all the way into the future on what could possibly have happened or what could happen if you make that choice to go down that particular path or to do that particular, action, what's to follow. And then you just keep going deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole. And then overthinking becomes sort of like an unnecessary stress. It's almost anxiety's evil cousin because you are just anticipating what could go wrong. Even if you're anticipating what could go right, you're still so far ahead into the future that you need to deal with the now. So being organized in comparison to paying attention to detail, it's about the organization. When I pay attention to detail, I say, okay, I need to do an episode at this time, this place, and it needs to be for this amount of time. And I'm going to talk about this topic, and here are my facts here on what I need to talk about. So I'm dealing with the present. I'm organizing and preparing for the present. Now, I could begin to overthink within that same instance. I could say, what if the way I say this fact is not, somebody's not going to take it right, and they might take what I say and, put it out as if it's a negative thing, but really how I'm trying to say it. So let me redo how I say that. And then you redo how you say it. And then you say, okay, this seems good, but they could still take this one part of the sentence and just mix it and take it wrong. What happens with that is you're becoming so consumed with what could possibly happen. And that's where I'm here to say, stop overthinking. Stop overthinking, Nikki. Just get in there and do it. I know it feels like you could be rambling. I know it feels like you're being prepared by playing out these scenarios in your head. Like, oh, well, I'm just anticipating what could possibly go right and what could possibly go wrong. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but what you need to know is when to reel it in. Don't get so far ahead to where you're like, you're just giving yourself a panic attack almost because you can't quite find the line to just take a pause and stop and just regroup. That is my advice. My advice is when you start to feel like you're spiraling into overthinking, I suggest you regroup. You need to analyze, pull out a notebook, pull out your notes app on your phone, whatever you need to do. Pull out your video and record a video and talk to your future self to reel it in. Whatever works for you, you have to figure it out. Because I could tell you so many different ways on how to do something, but if you don't try it, you won't know what really works for you. So with all the episodes that I'm going to be doing, because I made a promise to myself, no matter if I had a speed bump, a very large month break of a speed bump to where the organization and the structure wasn't there, that doesn't matter because I've said it once and I'm going to say it again. Failing is literally giving up. So as long as you're consistent in your attempts and your moves and your efforts towards what you're trying to accomplish, there's no way that the results are not going to show. The results are going to show. Whether it's slow, it's still going to show. So you may see in my first podcast episode, oh my gosh, I watched it the other day. It had nothing on the walls. There was no pop of color. The lighting was off. It was crazy. And I could not believe I even put that out there. I was like, oh, I could not believe it. But when you look at my most recent episode, I'm like, okay, my presence, my atmosphere, the lighting, the sound, everything has improved and it's going to continue to improve. So while you may look at this scenario and you say, okay, this is not what we're used to. We're not used to this. You're in the car. You're very casual. But what I wanted to create is a space. Because think about it. Thanks for Listening podcast is a space to where we have the conversations about real life topics, real life struggles, successes, goals, all of the above. And I want to create an atmosphere to where it's as if I was talking to you as if you're my friend, because you are my friend. If you are watching and you are listening, then you want a friend. You want somebody to talk to. You want somebody to listen to you. You want somebody to relate to. This is what you're telling me. When you press play and you watch this episode all the way through, you're telling me that there's something that I'm saying that holds value for you. And I love that. It's very fulfilling for me to know that what I'm saying can help somebody have an easier day or help somebody get to the next step of their life, help them be more adventurous, help them or inspire them to do something different. If I can do that with just 15 minutes of your time, that is a round of applause. Round of applause for you. Round of applause for you for hitting play and listening to Nikki Nicole, just simple me. I don't have a degree. I'm not famous. I don't have a radio show. There are things that you may say, how does she know about that? She don't know what she's talking about. Look at how she looks. I don't want to look like that. Look at how she talks. I don't want to talk like that. But wait, what she said, I heard somebody else say that before. And okay, maybe that's a sign I should try something new. Maybe I am overthinking and I should pay attention to detail more and stop living in anxiety. If something I say can help you figure that out, thank you. Thank you. And that's the kind of content and information I'm trying to deliver. It's about being relatable, letting my audience, letting you guys know that I'm a regular person just like you. I'm struggling. While you may say, wow, she really got the confidence to go on here and put herself out there. It's hard. This is not easy. And that's why the challenges come up. And that's why sometimes they get the best of me. But that doesn't mean I'm going to quit. And that doesn't mean you're going to quit. When you fall, you get right back up. And you may try it a different way. You may take a break and not try again right away. You may, be hard on yourself. But I want to remind you to give yourself that grace. Because if you're taking the step to even try to do something out of your comfort zone or do something new, then baby, you are doing better than most. Okay? Because you think that the person who is over there and they failed so many times, they're trying to pass the exam, and they've taken the exam and they tried different ways to study, and they keep failing and they keep failing and they keep failing. But yet they keep trying. They are trying to find new ways to accomplish their end goal. And that's what it's all about. This year is all about elevation, okay? 2026, grow. Do something new. Do something adventurous, exciting, out of your comfort zone. Are you scared? Are you scared to do something new? Because you know what that tells you? You know what that tells me about you? Is that you're alive. Because if you didn't feel scared or nervous about trying something new, baby, what? Are you a rock? Like, are you a tree? Like, this is life. We are humans. And the best part about being a human is relating to people that we've never met, that we may never meet, when we have so much in common. And because we are human beings, and we're just trying to make it day by day. And I'm going to keep showing up, and I'm going to build this scrapbook of content and episodes so that way this time next year I can look back and say, wow, look at how far I've come. And I want that for you. I want that for you. So instead of overthinking and being so afraid, embrace that fear. Embrace it. Embrace the unknown. Embrace the possibilities. You may fall. Embrace it. It's okay. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So it doesn't matter what age you are still capable of trying new things, of falling and getting back up and trying again, whether it's a new way, whatever. And they say, and I've said it before, don't try, do it. Take the steps, make the effort, because I know you can. And if it's something that you really want to do, it's going to be worth it. When you go back and you look at all that hard work you've done and all the obstacles that you've overcome, you are going to feel that much stronger. You're going to be like, what? Stop it. Wait a minute. I did that and I'm still standing? Yes, baby. You're still standing. Yes. You did all that. You accomplished that. So before we get out of this month, I want to give you a project to do for yourself. A simple, oh my gosh, give yourself 5 minutes, if that, to list things that you have accomplished. I could probably list 5 things right now in 5 seconds, but I want you to write it down and I want you to really think about it. I want you to really think about it within your entire life. Whether it's I graduated 5th grade. What? Hey, you did that. Because at the time and at the age you were, it was challenging. For the age you were at, that was challenging. Okay? Let's see. You want me to name 5 things? I mean, first of all, giving birth, that is quite an accomplishment. Graduating college, that is an accomplishment. Getting promoted in the career that I had, that I wanted to do, that is an absolute accomplishment. Having a successful business for 5 years, that is an accomplishment. Starting this podcast, that is an accomplishment. These are all accomplishments, and that's only 5 things in 30 seconds? So if I could do that, I know that you can do it. And what I want you to do is write down these 5 accomplishments. I want you to write them down. And I want you to say yourself out loud. Read those accomplishments back to yourself out loud. And when you do that, after you do that, tell yourself, you did an amazing job. Whatever your name is, Nikki, Nicole, you did that. You accomplished those things. And I'm proud of you. And if you're feeling really excited and the dopamine levels have risen, then take it a step further and add something new that you want to accomplish. I challenge you. You can do it. Stop doubting yourself. So I just wanted to come on here and let you know I'm still here. Despite the month of wonkiness, I'm still here. Like I never left. And we're going to keep doing this. So I hope the rain wasn't distracting. I hope that we got the message across to who needed to hear it. And I thank you so much for listening. And if you haven't subscribed so you know when I drop my episodes. Follow me on social media where I post relatable content, and also comment, engage. Talk about how you overcome the overthinking. Say some of your accomplishments that you've done. But most of all, I want to thank you so much for listening. And I'm going to catch you next time. Mwah.